Right now, at this very moment, more than 150 F-35 stealth fighters are training at a single American base. In Alaska, another installation holds more fifth-generation jets than entire nations combined. And at one powerful stronghold, nearly 100 Strike Eagles can launch in a single surge. These aren't random airfields scattered across the map. They're concentrated hubs of raw American air power designed to deter, dominate, and, if necessary, deliver overwhelming force. From the blazing deserts of Arizona to the frozen skies of Alaska, the United States Air Force operates bases that house more combat capability than most countries could ever imagine. These aren't just runways and hangars, they're strategic powerhouses where elite pilots train, deploy, and stand ready 24/7. The numbers are massive, the technology is cutting edge, and the striking power is unmatched. Welcome to Skyjet Wings, where we break down the real strength behind America's military dominance. Today, we're counting down the 5 U.S. Air Force bases with the most fighter jets, hundreds of aircraft, billions in advanced systems, and the backbone of American air superiority. Every jet, every pilot, every mission matters. If you're proud of the Air Force, type "proud" in the comments below, and let's get started.
Coming in at number 5 is a base built for one thing: strike warfare. Located in North Carolina, Seymour Johnson is home to 94 F-15E Strike Eagles, one of the most lethal multi-role fighters ever built. These jets don't just defend airspace, they dominate it. Heavy payload, long range, precision strike capability, day or night, any weather, high altitude or 500 feet off the deck. The base hosts the legendary 4th Fighter Wing, a unit whose roots trace back to World War II and the famed Eagle Squadrons, American volunteers who fought before the U.S. officially entered the war. That combat heritage still defines the mission today. What makes this base unique is its dual role. The 335th Fighter Squadron and 336th Fighter Squadron are fully combat ready and can deploy anywhere in the world within hours. The other squadrons train every single F-15E pilot and weapons systems officer in the entire Air Force. If you fly a Strike Eagle in the U.S. military, you trained here. The tempo is relentless. Over 12,000 sorties a year, more than 21,000 flight hours, sharpening combat readiness. And history proves their impact. During Operation Desert Storm, the 336th flew more than 1,000 combat missions, dropping over 6 million pounds of ordnance on high-value targets. When the Strike Eagles launched, nothing was untouched. Here's something most people don't know. The base is named after Seymour A. Johnson, a Navy pilot from Goldsboro, who died in a training accident in 1941. It's the only Air Force base named after a Navy officer, a powerful symbol of inter-service respect. Spanning over 3,300 acres, home to more than 4,000 active-duty personnel and thousands of family members, this base isn't just a military installation, it's the backbone of the local community. If you're enjoying this countdown, take a second to like and subscribe. Most viewers don't, and it makes a huge difference for the channel. Now, let's move to number 4, and the numbers are about to get even bigger. At number 4, we head west to Utah. Just south of Ogden, about 30 miles from Salt Lake City, Hill Air Force Base stands as one of the most powerful hubs of 5th-generation air power on the planet. Home to 78 F-35A Lightning II fighters, this was the very first operational base for the F-35A. The first combat-coded jets arrived in September 2015, and history shifted right here on this runway. The base is led by the 388th Fighter Wing, alongside the reserve 419th Fighter Wing. Active duty and reserve flying side by side, seamlessly integrated. Same standards, same mission, same combat readiness. The F-35A isn't just advanced, it's a game changer. Stealth that makes it nearly invisible to radar, sensor fusion that gives pilots unmatched situational awareness, precision weapons capable of striking before the enemy even knows they've been targeted. This isn't theory, it's operational reality. In January 2020, Hill proved it. During a combat power exercise, they launched 52 F-35s in rapid succession, one after another, stealth fighters roaring into the sky within minutes. Think about that. 52 of the most advanced jets on Earth airborne at once. That's more stealth fighters than many entire nations possess. It was a message of readiness, coordination, and overwhelming capability. But Hill's power goes beyond the runway. The base is home to the Ogden Air Logistics Complex, providing global engineering and sustainment support for the F-35, F-16, A-10, and even the Minuteman III ICBM. Add in the vast Utah Test and Training Range, one of the few live-fire ranges in the country, and you get something rare: pilots training with real weapons in real-world scenarios. Hill is named after Ployer P. Hill, who died in 1935 while testing the prototype B-17 Flying Fortress, a bomber that would become legendary in World War II. That spirit of courage and innovation still defines this base today. From stealth dominance to logistics backbone, Hill Air Force Base isn't just number 4 on this list. It's one of the pillars of American air superiority.
Number 3 takes us to America's last frontier, Alaska. In Anchorage sits Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson, home to approximately 48 F-22 Raptors, 2 full squadrons of the most dominant air superiority fighter ever built. The F-22 was the world's first operational 5th-generation fighter, entering service in 2005. Nearly 2 decades later, it still owns the sky. Stealth, supercruise, extreme maneuverability, sensor dominance. No rival combines it all quite like the Raptor. The base is led by the 3rd Wing, with the 90th Fighter Squadron and 525th Fighter Squadron flying daily alert missions. These squadrons sit on the front lines of great power competition. Russian bombers regularly approach Alaska's Air Defense Identification Zone. When they do, F-22s launch. Every time. The 90th Fighter Squadron's lineage dates back to World War I, Western Front, the Pacific Theater, Korea, Vietnam. That legacy fuels today's pilots, a reminder that they're defending more than airspace, they're defending history. Alaska is often called America's Northern Shield. From here, F-22s can project power across the Northern Hemisphere in hours. The base itself became a joint installation in 2010, merging Elmendorf Air Force Base and Fort Richardson. Alongside Air Force air power, the 11th Airborne Division provides ground strength, air and land integrated in one strategic location. And the environment? Brutal. Winter temperatures plunge below -40, months of darkness, icy runways. But the pilots train through it all. Extreme cold operations, Arctic readiness. That kind of preparation builds unmatched versatility. The Alaskan NORAD region operates from here, scanning the skies 24/7. When an unknown aircraft approaches, response time is measured in minutes. In 2023, F-22s from this base demonstrated that readiness by shooting down a high-altitude object over Alaska. Fast response, precise execution. Training here is massive in scale. The Joint Pacific-Alaska Range Complex spans over 75,000 square miles of airspace, roughly the size of Indiana, making it one of the largest combat training areas in the world. Allied forces come here to sharpen skills in realistic, high-end scenarios. Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson isn't just another airbase, it's a frontline fortress, America's Northern Shield, and one of the most powerful F-22 strongholds on Earth. At number 2, we head back to the desert and into what many call the crown jewel of the United States Air Force. Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada houses approximately 182 assigned aircraft across multiple platforms: A-10 Thunderbolts, F-15 Eagles, F-16 Fighting Falcons, F-22 Raptors, and F-35 Lightning IIs. That diversity alone makes Nellis unmatched. But this base isn't just about numbers, it's about mastery. Nellis is home to the United States Air Force Warfare Center, the legendary USAF Weapons School, and the world-famous Red Flag exercises. If you want to understand how America prepares for high-end combat, this is where it happens. Northwest of Las Vegas, Nellis controls over 5,000 square miles on the ground and another 7,700 square miles of unrestricted airspace, the massive Nevada Test and Training Range, the largest military training range in the country. Here, 36 squadrons operate across 12 installations: fighter tactics, aggressor training, electronic warfare, combat search and rescue, test and evaluation. Everything converges here. The USAF Weapons School is often compared to the Navy's Top Gun, but even more intense. Only the best are selected. 6 months of brutal academics and advanced flying. Students master enemy threat systems, advanced tactics, and multi-domain warfare. They graduate not just as pilots, but as tactical leaders. Then there's Red Flag, massive, realistic combat simulations where U.S. and allied forces train together in large force scenarios. Surface-to-air threats, enemy fighters, electronic jamming, everything a pilot could face in real combat is replicated in the Nevada skies. Behind it all stands the 57th Maintenance Group, supporting more than 180 aircraft across 5 fighter types. The complexity is enormous, and the execution is flawless. Nellis is also home to the United States Air Force Thunderbirds, flying their iconic red, white, and blue F-16s, inspiring millions at air shows nationwide. With near-perfect flying weather and one of the largest training ranges on Earth, Nellis offers something no other base can: unlimited preparation for real-world conflict. From a dirt landing strip in 1929 to a global training powerhouse, Nellis has evolved alongside American air power itself. And at number 2, it stands as the ultimate proving ground for the world's best Air Force.
And now, number 1. The U.S. Air Force Base with the most fighter jets. Luke Air Force Base in Arizona operates approximately 150 fighter aircraft, primarily F-35A Lightning IIs, making it the largest fighter wing in the Air Force. This isn't just another operational base, this is the epicenter of American fighter pilot production. Led by the 56th Fighter Wing, Luke trains every single F-35 pilot in the United States Air Force. More than 1,500 F-35 pilots have graduated from this program. And it's not just American aviators. Allied partners from around the world send their pilots here as well. The 425th Fighter Squadron continues flying F-16s at Luke for the Republic of Singapore Air Force, even as the base transitions into a primarily F-35 operation. Luke is also becoming the world's largest F-35 simulator hub, with 32 full-motion simulators planned. Pilots can rehearse complex multi-aircraft combat scenarios, refine tactics, and learn from mistakes, all before ever stepping into a live jet. That's how modern air dominance is built. Established in 1940, the base is named after Frank Luke Jr., the Arizona balloon buster, who destroyed 14 German observation balloons and 4 aircraft in just 17 days during World War I. He was only 21 years old when he was killed in action. That legacy of courage still defines this base today. With near-perfect desert flying weather and vast nearby training ranges, Luke offers maximum training days and minimal cancellations. It employs thousands of active duty personnel, civilians, and contractors, serving as both an economic engine for the Phoenix area and a cornerstone of national security. Luke Days air shows bring the community together, often featuring the United States Air Force Thunderbirds, inspiring the next generation of aviators. With 150 fighters, Luke represents the peak of American pilot training capability. It's where young lieutenants become combat-ready aviators, where experienced pilots become instructors, where the future of U.S. air power is shaped every single day. From the F-15E Strike dominance at Seymour Johnson, to the stealth power at Hill, the Arctic Shield at Elmendorf, the tactical mastery at Nellis, and the training empire at Luke. These 5 bases together house over 550 fighter jets, more concentrated air power than most nations possess in their entire military. This is American air superiority. This is why adversaries think twice. This is why our skies remain secure. Thanks for watching Skyjet Wings. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and stay proud of our incredible Air Force.